This was illegal. Not just this valley, but walking here, hiking here, breathing this very air with muddy boots and a thermos flask. Once this kind of countryside was closed to you, and then a group of young people broke the law and changed everything. Winnet's Pass, just over there, looks like a place from Gothic fairy tale, steep-sided, dramatic, carved by ancient water and time. But this place isn't just geological, it's political, it's historical. It's a symbol of the struggle between landowners and the people. And in the early 1900s, vast portions of Britain's most beautiful land were privately owned, especially in the Peak District. The hills, the moors, the valleys, off limits. Unless you had the right last name or the right kind of boots, the expensive kind. Most people lived in smoggy cities like Manchester or Sheffield, working in factories and coal mines. Their one escape, walking, hiking, getting into the hills, except they weren't allowed. By the 1930s, tension was building, Ramblers groups were forming, walking wasn't just recreation, it was resistance, and the Peak District was ground zero. Enter the Mass Trespass. On April 24th, 1932, over 400 people, many just teenagers or young adults, took the train from Manchester to Hayfield. Most were members of the British Workers' Sports Federation, working class, politically active, and sick of being told where they couldn't go. They began their hike to Kinder Scout, the highest point in the Peak District, a wind-swept plateau you can see from miles around. Gamekeepers were waiting. Scuffles broke out. Some walkers were chased and beaten, and 5 were arrested and 6 were jailed. It made national news. The landowners claimed it was about protecting grouse shooting grounds. The trespassers claimed it was about human rights, access to nature, mental health and freedom. This wasn't just a walk, it was a civil rights protest in hiking boots. So, what does this have to do with here, with Winnet's Pass? Well, this valley, with its haunting limestone cliffs and twisting road, became part of the very land people were trying to open up. It's part of the White Peak, a landscape of high ridges and deep gorges, and back then, much of it was fenced off, patrolled, and protected by laws that said, no entry. This dramatic pass is more than a photo opportunity. It's a symbol of what was once forbidden. But after the Mass Trespass, the pressures grew, public support surged, and the government took notice. It took nearly 20 years, but in 1951, the Peak District was declared Britain's first national park, and Kinder Scout became legally accessible. Winnet's Pass became a route for tourists and walkers, not just sheep. The National Parks and Access to the Countryside Act in 1949 was sparked. The Right to Roam under the Countryside and Rights of Way Act was formed in the year 2000, and hundreds of miles of new footpaths, bridleways and open access lands were formed, all born from that one walk, from the belief that nature should be for everyone. It is easy to forget, in the age of Instagram and weekend hikes, that access to places like this had to be fought for, that it was once a crime to walk freely through this valley, that the very idea of the freedom to walk was radical. And it all started with a few brave souls in worn boots, standing up or walking up for what they believed was right. So, the next time you walk through Winnet's Pass or climb the slopes of Kinder Scout, remember this. This landscape is beautiful, but it's also political. It's hard-worn. Someone trespassed so that you could hike. This has been Sky Explores, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.